starting with the category Best Media Innovation, Best Use of Influencer Marketing for a Brand. And the duration will be 7 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first presentation, the entry ID is 2391 Star Corporate. Over to the presenter.
Hi, can you hear me and see me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Let me just present my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible without notes.
It is visible.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Please let me know when to start.
Start,
Your
please.
time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. To all the respected jury member, a very good afternoon. Namaste, Adab, Arze, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar. I believe a lot of you would have felt a heartwarming welcome when greeted in your native language. But the next 30 seconds could be extremely embarrassing and uncomforting for many of us. ए छक्का ए मोगे ओ खुसरा पोतई नपुंसक. It didn't sound right, yeah? Just think about the 125 million LGBTQIA plus community people who get addressed with hate and disrespect daily by the people woefully unaware of the right words that have always existed in their native language and scriptures. Words used to describe people, but these sounded full of hate and disrespect. However, society seems to normalize this. But why? Why does the society learn all this from? Why this has been taken as an acceptable speech? One of the key reasons is through what the society sees and hears around them in movies, on TV, and in mass media. Disney Star decided to change this. Disney Star has always been a catalyst for change. It is very evident from the way their content has evolved over the years, showcasing women as more progressive, aware of their rights, and forward thinking. And this time around, Disney Star focused on the LGBTQIA plus community. Society only knows words of hate to describe this community. And so, Words of Pride was born. Words of Pride, the right words to make everyone feel included, made with the LGBTQIA plus community and made for everyone. It is a lexicon of words that aims to ensure that everyone in our society feels welcomed, appreciated, included, and most importantly, respected. A case in point. Some words were even found in the 200-year-old Indian mythological text. So how did we reach millions of Indians? The highly anticipated launch took the social media world by storm, spearheaded by none other than the most influential champion of the queer community, a renowned filmmaker and a global influencer, Karan Johar. With his powerful voice and unwavering support, Kejo's endorsement added visibility and integrity to the initiative, amplifying the message to the millions. The impact skyrocketed when influencers and icons Sushant and Saisha joined forces, igniting a powerful conversation across social media. More advocates lent their voices, followed by real life influencers, storytelling, turning a moment into a national movement. Where other brands were using influencer marketing to build their top line and sales, Disney Star was bringing a paradigm shift about the LGBTQIA plus community. Disney Star mandated words of wide inspired content across its network and ensured that each and every piece of content being broadcasted across its network gets only approved where the community is being represented with inclusivity and respect. The motto was very clear. It's not humor, they were the only brand to have been invited by Jaipur Lit Fest, United Nations Unstereotype Alliance, and ASCI Summit to speak on the community being misrepresented in content. The initiative got 92% positive sentiments, whereas the other brands were being criticized for rainbow washing and were deemed woke. Let's hear from the community itself.
विचार सोच मैं करूं तो रात ना ढले
తెలుగులో ట్రాన్స్జెండర్లను పిలవటానికి సరైన పదమేది లేదు.
খারাপ শব্দগুলো জানতে পেরেছিলাম নিজের সম্বন্ধে।
उलझे हुए ये कैद सपने
బుజ్జా అని పిలుస్తారేమనే భయంతో నేనెవరో ఎవరికి చెప్పుకోలేకపోయాను.
में ना रहे मेरे ये ख्वाब मंचले
అవి వింటే మనమే ఆ పదాలుగా మారిపోతామేమో అనిపిస్తుంది.
Your native language is what makes you feel closer to your identity and a part of the society.
रात में उलझे हुए ये कैद
We wanted to curate vocabulary for the LGBTQIA plus community just so we could address them with respect and dignity.
We scanned literature, history, and even mythology to find these words or to derive them.
अंतरलिंगी
সমকামী পুরুষ
Homosexuality in cinema is not something now presented in a form of a joke.
സൊസൈറ്റി ഹമേ കണ്ടീഷൻ करती है but हम ही सोसाइटी है.
പഴയതിൽ നിന്ന് വിഭിന്നമായി സമൂഹത്തിൽ സ്വീകാര്യത നേടിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന
It is this issue of reclaiming words and making it our own. These words of pride are going to be used in content across 70 plus channels. We reach over 700 million people a month.
The Supreme Court of India has issued a handbook to not use gender inappropriate language.
যে বাচ্চারা কাম আউট করতে চলেছে তারা যেন আমাদের মতো ভাষার জন্য দিশাহীন না বোধ করে।
The world is evolving. It's time our words do too. I would request everyone to visit wordsofpride.com and be a part of the change. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 23109, Jimny. Over to presenter.
Hi, I'll just share my screen.
Just missing.
Can you see my screen without the black box?
Yes.
Just a second. Is it visible without the presenter's view?
Yes.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes. You can start now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Advitya, and today I will be presenting the case for Maruti Suzuki Experience, the Jimny Rock and Road campaign. When I say off-roading, what comes to your mind? This, definitely this, and not necessarily this, which was the primary challenge Maruti Suzuki faced with the launch of Jimny. The second, obviously, was Thar with its high SOV amongst the audience. The narrative was Thar versus Jimny for our audience, the off-roaders. To understand them better, we deep dived into the behaviors and identified that they are actively involved in outdoor exploration and self-expression, craving experiences that connect them with like-minded communities. They value authentic real-time content and seek products that align with their adventurous lifestyles. They are highly digitally engaged and influenced by social media. So the insight for us, the essence lied in experience for this audience. They find beauty in the wild, rugged terrains and crave authenticity. While the competition focused more on promoting the modernization of Thar and steered away from the true off-roaders driving factors, we saw an opportunity in their midst. We knew Jimny, with all the Maruti Suzuki might, could take the competition head on, only by staying true to the off-roading community. And what better way to show the true potential of a product to a highly social media engaged community? Influencers. Our influencer first approach to create an experience like no other for the off roading community stood strong on two pillars: demonstrate Jimny's strength and demolish stereotypes. We handpicked real off roaders who were seasoned experts, adventure influencers, and even first timers, and made our audience experience Jimny's potential in the raw, rugged terrain of the Himalayas. This diverse mix of creators also helped us demolish the stereotypes like off-roading is only for men, and incorporating amateur off-roaders, we proved that Jimny makes the thrill of off-roading accessible to everyone. The expedition was not a usual influencer activity. It was innovative because instead of scripted auto reviews, we let our off-roaders tell their own raw unscripted stories: campfires, river crossing, rocky climbs, and breathtaking views. Our influencers shared real-time content, generating high engagement. It was immersive, as while competitors gave influencers just a few hours with their cars, we gave ours a 5 day of off-roading journey across Spiti and Leh, proving Jimny's capabilities in extreme conditions. And it was raw, authentic content where we didn't focus just on the technical features. We celebrated the outdoors, the thrill, the freedom that comes with it, fostering credibility and organic discussions. The results, apart from being a gold mine of content, we garnered an unprecedented wave of brand love. In an industry where 30 to 35% negative chatter is normally seen, Jimny shattered expectations with just 1% negative sentiment. A staggering 89% of conversations were positive, proving Jimny wasn't just accepted, it was celebrated. Additionally, the campaign drove over 11 million website visits in just 2 months. Our results in social proved that the campaign was engaging and appealing to for our audiences. Let's experience the Rock and Road campaign with this AB.
The year was 2010. Mahindra launched the ultimate off-roader, Thar. The name Thar was chosen in homage to the Thar Desert, one of the most challenging terrains in India. It embodied the spirit of adventure and ruggedness. However, what started as a derivative of Willys Jeep has evolved into a modern-day icon, and it tops all the charts in the segment. Maruti Suzuki, on the other hand, since its inception in India, has been known as the household brand for every Indian, leading across segments in the automotive category and winning hearts. The challenge, however, lied in how does Maruti Suzuki win the community of these adventure-seeking urbanites and maintain an equal footing with the legacy that Mahindra Thar has created. Enter Jimny, a true off-roader. And it was the correct timing. The off-roading community was on a rise in India. Maruti Suzuki knew visually we may not be able to compete with the giant that the Thar is, but performance-wise, Jimny was no less. Our audience analysis backed this. They are individuals who are explorers, craving for authenticity in every aspect of life. They are highly digitally engaged and influenced by social media, especially Instagram and YouTube. And Thar missed on the most important thing: the spirit that drives the off-roading community. We grabbed the opportunity, and instead of a typical launch, we turned Jimny's debut into a 5-day extreme off-road expedition across India's toughest terrains, Spiti and Leh. We highlighted Jimny's performance by demonstrating it with hand-picked real off-roaders, seasoned experts, and adventure influencers. We even had first-timers to prove that Jimny wasn't just for the elite off-roading community, but for everyone who dared to explore. We went a step further to demolish the stereotype that off-roading is only for men by including female off-roaders in the expedition. Instead of focusing on technical features, we celebrated the outdoors, the thrill, the freedom that comes with a true off-roader. The campaign directly appealed to the grassroots off-roading community, fostering credibility and organic discussions. The result, a content goldmine that resonated with every off-road enthusiast in the country. And to top that, we got an unprecedented wave of brand love. In an industry where 30 to 35% negative chatter is normal, Jimny shattered the expectations with just 1% negative sentiment. A staggering 89% conversations were positive, proving Jimny wasn't just accepted, it was celebrated. The campaign drove over 11 million website visits in just 2 months, turning curiosity into tangible interest. The campaign didn't just create buzz, it created an undeniable brand love amongst the audience. That's how we helped Maruti Suzuki break into a traditionally skeptical market thinking that Maruti Suzuki is just a household brand for Indians and position Jimny as not just an SUV but an experience as a capable off-roading machine.
Thank you. That was my time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. The next presentation, entry 2384 Schweppes. Over to presenter.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
And is my screen visible without the presenter notes?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, judges. The brand and the campaign that I'm going to talk about stands for a behavior that's much needed after a busy day like today. Unwinding, losing up, and socializing in a party can switch the scene from serious to fun. Introducing Schweppes, world's oldest carbonated beverage and a brand that is known as a party starter for all such moments. We wanted young socialites to shake off the defaults that dull our natural social instincts to inspire and ritualize modern socializing with Schweppes at hand. We wanted our audiences to feel that they are born social. Category entry points and reasons to buy. Our consumers have multiple CEPs for any given product range. With a range of alcoholic mixers and non alcoholic ready to drink mocktails, Schweppes launched more than 3 variants simultaneously. We knew that our products were promising and came with a variety to choose from. But this also came with its own challenges. A niche category, Schweppes did not come with big budgets like other ready to drink beverages. So we had to find effective ways to amplify our range of products in an always on manner for mental availability. And Schweppes, a brand with tight global scrutiny, comes with just one main digital asset that works as a surrogate for the entire range. Now, this born social TG is spending significant amount of time on social, looking out for multiple experiences. They are on a constant lookout for either organizing the best parties or being the attraction at a party. Novelty is what attracts them. So we knew that one digital video asset will not be able to suffice for their reasons to buy or motivation for trials. And we did not have the liberty of making multiple assets catering to this diverse need. Introducing the Schweppes Social Squad. Not one off, but a 6-month long and multiple content driven plan, designed and led by influencer marketing as a launch strategy for this range. Unboxing, get ready with me, and transition on a beat. These 3 data-informed social trends generated with the help of our tool became modern content pillars for our squad. These 3 formats were activated by top 60 influencers in high affinity categories like mixology, fashion, and premium lifestyle. Unboxing, where we collaborated with top mixologists like Suraj Gupta and Amy Shroff, who established twofold communication, expertise around making cocktails using Schweppes, and exposed our consumers with new cocktails to try at parties and fests. We turned a popular social format, Get Ready with Me, into Get Weekend Ready with Schweppes, and partnered with top fashion KOLs to integrate Schweppes as a must have when getting ready at home. Focusing on the weekend parties consumption, we leveraged Transition on a Beat with top lifestyle influencers like Barkha and Ayush that communicated our TG to transition from a hectic Friday end of working week to a happening weekend scene. We further activated our squad to interact and engage with our TG during offline events like Little Flea and Gin Fests to further create offline to online content and help strengthen role of brand via experience-led content. In all the formats, our product attributes were established by this squad aimed at our core TG, encouraging them to ritualize modern socializing with Schweppes at hand in two core moments of consumption: at home when hosting a party, and away from home when entering a party. Let the AV showcase the role of our social squad.
After a long week, I can't wait to keep the balls away and unwind and relax. For me, a great weekend start is a great starter pack.
Now beats later, because I'm born social.
Unlike influencer endorsements, Schweppes created immersive, action-driven content
Last
that
minute.
made audiences live the experience. A cultural movement where the content wasn't just watch, it was inspired action. Thank you, judges. Now let's get this party started.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation, the entry ID is 2393 Castor Magnetic.
Hi, yes, I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. I can start now.
Yes. Good to go. Can start now.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Riddhi, and usually I am that Bombay girl. You know, the one who romanticizes the city of dreams and still calls it Bombay and not Mumbai because it's an emotion. It is the city of dreams after all, but also the city with the heart of Bollywood. अब जिस शहर में SRK हो, उस शहर में रोमांस ना हो, ऐसा कभी हो सकता है क्या? Obviously not. But today, I'm not that Bombay girl. Today, I'm the person who's failing to see romance in a city that only seems to love traffic. I mean, can you imagine? There are 700 four-wheelers for every kilometer of road that you see in Mumbai. जितने लोग नहीं हैं, उतनी तो गाड़ियां हो गई हैं यहाँ पे. अब इतनी ट्रैफिक को झेलने में मेरा ये हाल हो जाता है Can you imagine what my car goes through? The constant braking, idling, so much stop start in the city's traffic. My car really goes through so much stress, just like me. और स्ट्रेस कम करने के लिए मैं तो कहीं चिल करने जा सकती हूँ ना, बट हाउ वुड माई कार रिलैक्स? Apparently, it is the engine oil that ensures my car's engine is looked after at all times. Sadly, मुझे तो engine या engine oil दोनों की टेक्निकलिटीज के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता. अब इतना थोड़ी सोचते हैं हम एक engine oil के बारे में, correct? All I remember about these engine oils are the Bollywood celebrities associated with them. From Shahid Kapoor to Hrithik Roshan, जिसका भी ad मैंने देखा होगा, मैं तो वही engine oil choose करती हूँ. Speaking of celebrities, वैसे, it is my guilty pleasure to know about their personal lives. Now, don't judge me. I'm sure even your Instagram Explorer has these pap videos sharing gossip about the who's who of Bollywood. And honestly, I am always curious to know them as a person, beyond their startup. And the fact that 30% of online video consumption is about these celebrities and influencers proves that I'm not the only one who keeps shuffling between multiple social media platforms and obsesses over Bollywood on each one of them. Well, one of these nights during my usual inside scoop hunting spiral on the internet, I came across this episodic series called The Bombay Journey by Castrol Magnetic. What was so unique about the celebrity influencer chat show was that a branded car cushion that you see right there in the center was actually the third passenger, a key influencer driving conversations on long drives. Now I know you must be wondering how a car cushion can be a conversation driver, such a passive car accessory transforming itself to become a branded integration come leading influencer of the show. Well, on these long drives, every celebrity shared not only their unheard stories of struggles and successes, but also their source of non-stop protection throughout these different phases of life. Just like how their perseverance, their friends and family, or their dreams protected them in their journey of life, Castrol Magnetic established how it gives non-stop protection to the car's life from every stop-start of the engine. For every kilometer that they spoke, I was glued to my screen. I never realized that I actually covered 500 kilometers with my favorite celebrity influencers. Why don't you come on a quick drive with me?
With 32 million cars on the road, in India, a car makes around 18,000 stop-starts annually while in traffic, leading to considerable engine wear and tear. Castrol Magnetec offers non-stop protection for engines from every stop-start of the car. However, consumers believe an oil is an oil. The only thing that brands have in their control is top of mind, and that is why competition brands are led by celebrities. Trends showed that young consumers watch content featuring celebrities and influencers almost every day. For Castrol Magnetec to grow salience, we had to turn this insight on its head. We decided to turn every celebrity into a Castrol Magnetec ambassador. With popular storyteller and host Siddharth Alambayan, we engaged with India's favorite celebrities as a friend through the Bombay Journey, launched on India's leading automobile and entertainment platform. All set in a car as an informal and innovative chat format. Through candid conversations, we personified the stop-start of the engine to the struggles and successes of the celebrity's life.
तो इंदौर से कॉलेज ड्रॉप करके आप दिल्ली गए। वीडियो वालों ने बताइए तुम्हारी आवाज अच्छी है। ये सेम स्टोरी अमिताभ बच्चन को लोग कह दिए। तो साला हम होता कौन है बे?
For every 30-minute episode on average, we drove for approximately 20 kilometers in traffic. We drove over 125 moments of brand conversations organically and inorganically across the episodes.
Sir, your car is now protected.
देखिए हमारे पास एक प्रोटेक्शन के फंडे सेगमेंट है, तो वो हम करते चलेंगे। अभी रैपिड फायर टाइप होता है। अपने को ये स्टॉप स्टार्ट का टेंशन नहीं है क्योंकि अपनी गाड़ी प्रोटेक्टेड है।
अच्छा?
हाँ भाई।
इंश्योरेंस है?
नहीं, कैस्ट्रॉल मैग्नेटेक।
Castrol Magnetec ended up having 25 brand ambassadors instead of just one. The content accelerated the brand's consideration score. While spont awareness for the brand increased, the Castrol Magnetec branded car cushion became the most memorable third passenger on the drive. The content series was a massive hit, inspiring influencers with over 1 million followers to create a viral spoof, firmly embedding Castrol Magnetec in pop culture.
Now, I don't have just one celebrity influencer to remind me about which engine oil should I pick, but 25 quasi brand influencers to ensure that I pick Castrol Magnetic for my car. And by the way, these celebrities and influencers were not randomly chosen by them. They were chosen basis their popularity index, OTT, and movie trends, ensuring that when a celebrity influencer was trending on the internet, so was Castrol Magnetic. Castrol Magnatech made me realize that an oil is not just an oil. With over 650 minutes of video content created online, the brand's purchase intent increased by 16%, and the episode saw a 200% higher watch time than industry standards. The Bombay Journey by Castrol Magnatech reached over 210 million people online, garnered over 46 million views, and earned PR worth over 30 million.
Last minute.
अब हर सेलिब्रिटी इन्फ्लुएंसर मेरे लिए कैस्ट्रॉल मैग्नेटिक सेलिब्रिटी इन्फ्लुएंसर है, चाहे वो कोई हीरो हो या ये पिलो.
कैस्ट्रॉल मैग्नेटिक.
यस, वाह क्या तेल है, क्या तेल है.
वाह यार.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to the next presentation, the entry ID is 2380 Limca.
Hi, can I ask you if you can see my screen without any presenter notes?
Yes.
Okay, so it's good to go?
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Renee Kishore, and let me take you through Limca Sports today. From precedents to pop culture, the power of social's viral challenges like ALS, Dalgona, or the Plank Challenge has the world hooked. Led by Gen Z, they've been unstoppable and they go viral in a matter of days. जेन जी की रफ्तार को कौन ही रोक सकता है? वो उड़ना चाहता है, भागना चाहता है, बस रुकना नहीं चाहता. And with this core philosophy of Rukmat, Limca Sports launched as the go-to sports hydration drink for Gen Z athletes and fitness enthusiasts who challenge themselves daily, with Neeraj Chopra to reflect the enduring spirit and determination of athletes. But one event that truly tests the endurance of athletes, fans, and is capable of making an entire country sweat is the ICC World Cup. And Limca Sports was the official drinks partner for this ICC World Cup. We had the brand, we had the moment. Now we need to tie in fitness and ICC to personify Rukmat on the backdrop of the World Cup with a challenge that has viral potential. Introducing India to the Yo-Yo Challenge.
होती और यो-यो टेस्ट होता क्या है? क्या क्या करना पड़ता है?
Well, it's not the yo-yo you played as kids or the yo-yo honey sing we danced to either. The yo-yo test is the ultimate fitness and endurance test for professional cricketers and athletes globally. Cricketers like Virat, Rohit often post their yo-yo scores on social as well. So in a historic first, Limca Sports democratized the elite yo-yo test and turned it into the biggest physical challenge in India with the campaign Yo-Yo Test Leke Dekho, World Cup jaane ka mauka pao. Challenges has been at the core of social media. In fact, 58% Gen Z love flexing as a way to connect with their community. So we made it incredibly easy to take this social challenge online. By launching it exclusively on social and seamlessly integrating it with pack, platform, and on ground. To successfully drive any social challenge within a niche community needed more than a hashtag. So we leveraged the might of the superstars of social, the influencers. It was created on elements of live challenge, interactive tagging, and UGC. We kicked off with Neeraj Chopra, who further challenged Milan Soman, Mirabai, Shelly Singh, who tagged more and more people as the challenge flooded social media in just 3 weeks. We actioned 60 plus local influencers across multiple categories and high affinity segments, tagging friends, family, and fitness buffs to drive participation and virality, translating from UGC. To drive sustenance, creator and community pages like Cult Fit, The Tribe, colleges, Fitness Garage took the challenge to their own followers. Now let's take a quick look at what this really looked like.
India's heart beats and sweats for cricket. Limca Sports, launched as the go-to hydration drink aimed at athletes and fitness enthusiasts. In a world where Gen Zs love challenges, here's how Limca took forward the Rukmat attitude. Limca became the official sports drink partner of the ICC and partnered with Neeraj Chopra, the ultimate icon of fitness. The Men's Cricket World Cup presented an opportunity to bring Rukmat to life with the yo-yo fitness test.
क्या ये कैप्टन को भी ये यो टेस्ट करवाना पड़ता है कि आपको छुट्टी होती है और यो टेस्ट होता क्या है?
The yo-yo test is not a toy, but ICC's ultimate endurance test for every cricketer. While the chatter around yo-yo test was growing on social media, the average Gen Z hadn't experienced it. Limca launched India's first and biggest physical challenge.
तो क्या आप रेडी हैं मेरे साथ यो टेस्ट फॉर लिम्का स्पोर्ट्स लेने के लिए?
Yo-yo test लेके दिखाओ, World Cup जाने का मौका पाओ. By scanning the QR code, Gen Z could join the challenge and post their scores. We collaborated with over 60 influencers, igniting a wave of excitement. Inspired by the Ice Bucket Challenge, Neeraj Chopra took the Yo-Yo Challenge and then challenged Milind Soman, Shelly Singh and Mirabai Chanu by tagging them. They took on the Yo-Yo Challenge and then extended the challenge to 3 more influencers. And in no time, Yo-Yo Fitness Test became a viral sensation. The Yo-Yo Challenge also transcended digital boundaries. And in this way, influencers brought alive India's biggest fitness challenge. This exhaustive campaign left India breathless. Campaign went viral like how? Awareness was up with 426 million impressions, 68 million influencer reel views, 2.7 million engagement, 2 million visits to the platform, over 80,000 trials, and over 80,000 participation. The number of followers grew 3x on the social pages. Spont awareness was up 2.2 percentage points. Consideration increased by 4 percentage points. Brand affinity increased by 5 percentage points. All of this resulting in 32% increase in volume, 38% increase in transactions, and a 33% increase in revenue. As the engagement numbers on social media skyrocketed, Limca Sports left competitors sweating in the wake of its monumental success.
Well, Limca Sports challenged and India responded with 100,000 UGCs, in fact, in just 3 weeks. The campaign's uniqueness combined with the power of influencers contributed heavily to its business success with 33% in revenues. So what makes it unique? The unique combination of social behavior being tapped, of competitiveness, captive fandom, and low barriers of entry via social turned it into the biggest social physical challenge India had ever seen, driving not only trials but showcasing real moments of strength. This has been Renee Kishore again for Limca. Thank you so much, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next presentation is entry ID 23103 Castrol CRB Turbo Max.
Let me know if I'm good to go. Can you see me? Hello?
No, we can see your slide, but not you.
I can see the Limca name on it. May I request the Limca team to go off video? Now I can see Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola team, can you go off video, please, so that I can be visible?
You are visible now, Zibin.
Yeah. So let me know if I can go.
Yes, you can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
In a highly cluttered category, Castrol CRB Turbo Max is the leader in the truck engine oil segment. There is minimal product differentiation, making it a price-based choice with little brand loyalty. This was hampering growth. Our task was to revive growth. The life of a truck driver is not easy. He has to drive non-stop for 12 to 16 hours a day for a week to 10 days at a stretch. Stay in makeshift rooms masquerading as hotels, eat off dhabas wherever he can find them, and maybe even sleep in his truck. Now, brands see him as a prime consumer, and obviously they woo him with consumer promotions. He veers towards brands which offer the best benefit. It is what it is. But how do we break this? How do we convey brand superiority when clearly money speaks? We went back to research. More than 61% of the truck drivers are not happy in their job and did not want their kids to take up this profession. There is no formal training given to them. They're not aware of the new tools and techniques. Because they're on the road all the time, even their health suffers. Truck drivers seldom see growth prospects in this profession. While they are critical drivers to our nation's growth, they seem to be unable to drive their own life. We made Castrol CRB Turbomax put truck drivers in the driver's seat of their own life. And Pragrati Ki Pathshala was born in association with TV9, an on-ground initiative to invigorate entrepreneurial spirit and elevate the professional acumen of truck drivers, targeting over 100,000 truckers. Sonu Sood was our champion. While he is not very high on the Bollywood popularity charts, he is extremely high on the celebrity credibility and humanitarian work charts. Not many know that he has founded the Sood Charity Foundation to help the underprivileged, but all know of his work in helping the migrant workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is very significant since most of our truck drivers are migrant workers and they remember his work and look up to him and respect him greatly. Let's see how we used him.
Despite India's remarkable growth story, the tale of those driving the world's fifth largest economy is marked by neglect. Over 6 million truckers in India who drive 16 hours daily for minimal wages live a life of hardship. Limited education and no formal training create a roadblock for a better future. To foster confidence and inspire hope within the Indian trucking community, Castrol pledged to be the dedicated progress partner for every trucker in India. For these pillars of the Indian economy who spend most of their lives on the road and face literacy and technological hurdles, we had to come up with a unique initiative that empower the truckers while on their journeys. We launched Pragati Ki Pathshala in association with TV9 Network, a school of progress on wheels, traveling the length and breadth of India, covering more than 8,000 miles, making it the largest on-ground experience. We partnered with Sonu Sood, a Bollywood celebrity who is known for his altruism nationwide. In collaboration with ASDC, we developed a tailored curriculum called Spot.
इस प्रगति की पाठशाला में आपको मिलेगी जानकारी 4 महत्वपूर्ण पहलुओं के बारे में। ट्रक चलाने से संबंधित सुरक्षा और व्यवसाय में लाभ बढ़ाने के कुछ तरीके, खुद का ट्रक खरीदने के विकल्प, वाहन और व्यवसाय से जुड़ी आधुनिकता।
Modules were created in 7 regional languages. This marked the largest ever knowledge initiative by an engine oil brand, which garnered the support of Road Transport and Highway Minister of India.
मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि ये जो पाठशाला है प्रगति की, जिसका आयोजन प्रगति की पाठशाला के रूप में आपने किया है, निश्चित रूप से हमारे ड्राइवर्स प्रशिक्षित होंगे, नियमों का पालन करेंगे, उनके आँखों की जांच होगी, प्रगति की पाठशाला में आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे। इस बात के साथ इस उपक्रम को मेरी बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं, शुभेच्छाएं।
Category influencers, transport industry experts and national ministers supported this initiative by generating discussions at a national level around the truckers community across 7 regional TV news channels. A missed call mechanism was deployed via TV, digital and OOH that enabled truckers across the country to receive details of the on-ground activations in their preferred languages on WhatsApp. The truckers were rewarded with Pathshala completion certificates, along with access to health and eye checkups and reflective stickers to safeguard themselves during late-night driving. The campaign reached more than 4 million truckers nationwide. Over 1.1 million truckers expressed active interest towards the School of Progress.
गाड़ी को सुरक्षित करने के लिए और इंजन को सेफ्टी करने के लिए, सीट बेल्ट का प्रयोग करने के लिए यही सब पाठशाला में सिखाया गया है।
जो कैस्ट्रॉल वालों ने कराया काफ़ी कुछ मोटिवेट किया है और एडवांस चीज़ें बताई हैं जिससे जो है ड्राइवर सीख करके जो है अपनी आप को सेफ भी कर सकता है, अपनी तरक्की भी कर सकता है।
Castrol CRB Turbo Max, Pragati Ki Pathshala, became the voice of truckers in India and emerged as a beacon of hope, guiding truck drivers from hardship to prosperity.
While all important measures moved, Castrol CRB Turbo Max outpaced the category, achieving 16% growth compared to the category growth of just 8%. Members of the jury, give a man fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him fishing and you will feed him for a lifetime. More importantly, bribing the consumer gave way to educating the consumer. Our Superman just didn't wear a cape of humanity, but wore his heart on his sleeve. He resonated with our truck drivers and definitely influenced their life. Join me in saying a big thank you to him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 23105 Lakme.
Yeah. Yes. Are you ready to?
Yeah, we are presenting. Yeah, is this screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. May I start?
Yes, you can start now. Yes, you can start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I work for the beauty powerhouse Lakme. Today, I am going to bring to you how we optimized influencer marketing to build Lakme's relevance amongst Gen Z. Lakme is an iconic brand that caters to a vast range of consumers, right from Gen Z to millennials and Gen X. While millennials and Gen X remain loyal to Lakme, our Gen Z appeal was declining. Immediate job for us was to make sure that we are able to stabilize and improve on the brand scores. And we had to do this job in a highly cluttered beauty market. With legacy and new age brands, media investments were going up. We found out that every second ad served to a female audience is a beauty ad. On top of that, there is a clutter in influencer marketing space also. Almost every influencer nowadays releases some kind of beauty content. Beauty brands constitute 84% of influencer ad spends in India. This spends pattern is not random. It is a reflection of current media habits and affinities of Gen Z. Influencer marketing plays a crucial role from discovery to conversion of a beauty brand. We started rethinking, how do we approach this media model for Gen Z? This had to be done with the trends, influencer, and content at the heart of it. We thought about Gen Z across all P's. Lakme adopted the latest Gen Z product trends with innovative products like eye and cheek tint. We drew inspiration from positive cultural shifts by having inclusivity in all our campaigns. New launches for Lakme adopted the trending ingredient in its comms. With all of that, our route was clear. One, we had to own the space of occasion-based makeup like weddings, parties, and festivals. Second, we had to build more inclusivity in our comms. And third, we had to leverage tech to narrate the specialized and ingredient-based comms. In India, 80% of the makeup usage is occasion-based. These occasions have a distinct style of online chatter. Lakme wanted to be a part of these conversations. We analyzed different trends using listening tools. We found out that Get Ready With Me is still a mainstream trend in terms of scale and growth. We created occasion-based content and promoted it with master hashtags. Get Shadi ready with Lakme included multiple types of looks such as Haldi, Mehendi, and Sangeet. Get Festive Ready with Lakme used macro influencers for major festivals like Holi and Diwali. Micro influencers were activated for regional celebrations like Pongal and Baisakhi. We activated these influences across spectrums. Diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. Lakme made this possible through its partnership and influencer choices. We partnered with the OG male beauty creator Ankush to bring back the second season of Wing It. In one of the episodes, Ankush invites Sushant Devekar, the inclusivity champion, for makeup transformation using a Lakme products. That video got higher engagement and heartfelt comments.
Have you sanitized your hands?
I have.
And we didn't just stop at a one-off campaign. Our influencer roster became more inclusive, setting new trends and redefining the beauty standards.
Hi besties, happy World.
While we were crafting larger cultural stories, we also had an eye out for latest functional and ingredient-based trends. It was critical for us to have a line of communication that resonates with these evolved consumers who didn't just want makeup. They wanted makeup that's good for their skin. We leveraged beauty tech to make the consumer experience more interactive. We introduced an AR lens powered by influencers, allowing consumers to virtually try Lakme with C before purchasing. The upcoming video will showcase how the entire Gen Z media model came to life.
Gen Z is busy. Their attention is fleeting, constantly shifting from one brand to another. So, how do you capture their attention and build authenticity in this ever-evolving digital world? Using influencers. Lakme leveraged the power of influencer marketing through a meticulously crafted approach. Number one, data-driven approach. We used a proprietary tool to identify geo-specific concerns and content preferences, ensuring precise influencer selection across India. By leveraging Gen Z search behavior, we created high-intent 2P cohorts, tracked emerging trends, and aligned influencer content for timely, personalized delivery. Number two, trend-based content creation. We launched Get Ready with Lakme to create trend-driven content and tapped into pop culture with how to get your favorite celebs look, from Ananya's effortless bay look to bold, vibrant office makeup. This wasn't just one campaign. It was a year-long movement with 14 plus strategically executed campaigns driving product exclusively through influencers. Number three, skinifying makeup. With the rise of no makeup looks, Lakme led the trend to wit-see influencer content. An AR lens let consumers try the look virtually before purchasing, all driven by influencer engagement. Number four, beauty in all shades. We revived Wing It with Ankush and partnered with Sushant to champion inclusivity. At Lakme Fashion Week,
Last minute.
Manan Singh reinforced self-expression and diversity. We took it further. Exclusive creator events with Meta, Google, and Myntra showcased trending Lakme looks, generating massive Instagram live traction. The result? 2,900 plus content pieces strategically placed across platforms, amassing 1.1 billion views. The impact? 73% surge in search, 1,200 BPS category penetration boost, 300 BPS rise in premiumness. This was not just an activation. This was a movement in influencer marketing.
This campaign wasn't just about selling products. It was about building a real connection and long-term with Gen Z. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation, entry ID is 23106 Castrol Power 1.
I'm just going to share my screen and let me know when it's visible.
Visible.
Perfect. You let me know when I can start and I will move
You can
on.
start now.
Sure. It's sweltering hot out there, jury, and people like me, bikers, we still sport these kind of jackets. It's a way of living. Every time you see a person riding a two-wheeler, they're not just riding a mode of transport. They're actually carrying a dream within, a dream of turning into a motor star. And why not? Given the biking scene in India that's blowing up, you can actually see 8% rise in commuter bikes and 20% growth in premium bikes. With performance bike at a high, why are we still at the back end? And yet you are not able to see even one kid on the starting grid of MotoGP. Imagine the MotoGP also happened in India at the Buddh circuit. What are the barriers that are keeping these kids away from being in the starting grid? Barriers like financial, barriers to safety of training, zero access to pros who can teach them the art of racing. Don't get me started on the boys only club agenda that's been running. There are girls who can smoke us on the racing track, but they never get a chance. What are the other competitors doing in the category? Brands sponsor small events here and there, but everybody tends to miss out on speaking to the community, and people like me, us, the bikers, are never really engaged. Enter Castrol, whose objective was to reach out to junkies like us and become top of mind and move consideration scores while talking to the community regularly. To speak to the biking community at large, they created an ultimate motostar experience, an overall influencer approach. They called it Race. What did they do? They built a resonating alliance with first the MotoGP that happened in Bharat, with Castrol's KOLs reaching to the spot and creating content with over 50 content makers speaking regularly on a daily basis. Second was an ambassador appeal because the top people who create an ambassadorship in motorsport are the bodies, which is FMSCI, RACR, who are the training academies in India, and LCR Honda, which is a brand that's always looked up to. They also created a one-of-a-kind custom IP called the India's Motor Star, Ultimate Motor Star. This was actually a reality show that brought about the opportunity for people to get trained under some of the best people and get their dream come true of getting trained at LCR Honda in Europe. Lastly, they also created an evergreen content series by getting in Karan Kundra to become the influencer and the face of the entire program, following in by a regular sponsorship of influencers on Bombay journeys and speaking and figuring out through Raj Sharmani. With MotoGP happening in a backyard, Castrol hijacked the entire event with 50 influencers talking about MotoGP and Castrol in tandem on a daily basis. They were speaking to bikers regularly, followed by the entire biking community that was pretty much on spot when it comes to motorsport, was being churned in by JS Films, Rajni Krishnan, who himself is an India representative, and some of the top biking names out there. Even at events, influencers spoke about Castrol and its performance as an engine oil. Finally, when the IP got launched, which is India's ultimate motor star, it spoke to the biking community at large in a direct manner. With Karan Kundra being the face, all the influencers rallied in and created this as the biggest phenomena in the industry. Even local influencers slash champions of motor racing spoke to people through an AI avatar, which was spoken to them in regional languages. And this kind of a conversation led to a large campaign. Let me show you how.
With ultimate performance at its core, Castrol Power One needed to reinforce their leadership and become synonymous with performance. We built a strategic solution that was about building a future of Indian motor racing. As the performance partner to India's first ever MotoGP Bharat, Castrol Power One brought India's racing dreams closer to reality. The perfect first step towards launching a platform that would change the game. To inspire the biking generation, we brought in legends who didn't just endorse but empowered. Finally, Castrol Power One shifted gears, giving raw biking talent a shot at their ultimate dream, and launched a first-of-its-kind platform, India's Ultimate Moto Star, a nationwide hunt for India's top racers. Open to anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. No expensive gear needed, just pure talent. And the ultimate reward, a chance to train with LCR Honda in Europe, stepping closer to their MotoGP dreams. We partnered with India's leading entertainment network, Viacom 18, and FMSCI to conduct an international racing standard championship. From the streets to the racetrack, a revolution began. This nationwide hunt reached bikers across the country. With 50,000 plus bikers across backgrounds registering, a true search talent began. Went through training and screening across 4 cities. And then the ultimate test. Top 18 who went through a rigorous 5-day advanced training program for the ultimate chance to prove themselves. But this wasn't just about the track. It was about telling the story. And hence, India's first ever motor racing web series was born on JioCinema and MTV, capturing the passion of India's rising racers. An exclusive bikers anthem was created to inspire millions to believe that the dream was real. While the winners made it to Europe and lived their ultimate motor racing dream, a community was being empowered. This wasn't just a race.
So, jury, to speak to people like us and the biking community at large, Castrol picked up an integrated approach of reaching out through us through influencers. And it made sense because when we are consuming content, we are consuming everything from upskilling to motorcycling to styling to everything that comes out of the influencer balance. And if we are to be spoken about not just once in a one post or one reel conversation, we need to be spoken on a daily basis. With such an approach, Castrol was speaking to us on a daily basis, giving out a whopping result for the brand also. Look at the campaign impact, with garnering more than 8 million views on episodes of JioCinema and MTV, becoming the top 10 shows on JioCinema, reaching out to 93 million people and 781,000 engagement across social media through the influencers. They spoke to 50,000 enthusiasts like us, and even a mechanic made it to the top 18. Talk about true democratization of motorsport. In the end, the brand impact also went off the roof, with TOMA increased by 67%, SPONT increased by 31%, consideration metrics out of the course, and imagery scores going up by 21%. All I have to say, jury, is you have to excuse me because I have to go back and chase my dream and become a MotoGP rider. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The next presentation is entry ID 237 Coca-Cola.
Kindly let me know if my screen is visible without presenter mode.
Yes.
Am I can I start?
Good to go. Can start now.
Sure, great. Quite a popular track, no? I'm sure you must have heard and seen this content many a times in many forms. This one song and 13 other unique songs helped inspire over 2 million original content pieces. Hi, I'm Ishan, and over the next 7 minutes, I will take you through how Coca-Cola has redefined influencer marketing. Music is the most powerful language of expression. And the one brand who has been owning this space for the last 2 decades is Coca-Cola. While is the globally acclaimed property is present in 13 countries, but for it to resonate in India, we needed to find the pulse of the Indian consumer. Our core consumers, Gen Z, are embracing regional sounds as a powerful form of self-expression, fulfilling the social need to be seen, heard, and understood. Recognizing this, we launched Coke Studio in India in a new avatar, blending Gen Z's love for music with our country's linguistic diversity. Proudly presenting to you Coke Studio Bharat. The stage was set and the beats were rolling. But how do we make Gen Z groove to our tunes? We realized that the way music is being discovered in today's India is changing, with 82% Gen Z discovering new music through reels. So, we redefined music marketing, ditching traditional playbooks and bringing our songs directly to Gen Z through reels and short form content. In this landscape, content creators now hold immense influence, so a lot of rigor went into the choice of creators we mapped to Coke Studio Bharat. We evaluated them, on two essential factors of expanding our reach and creating authentic connections with the audience, and crafted a strategic influencer framework containing powerful figures for mass impact, trendsetters to spark virality, brand adventures for authenticity, and feed amplifiers to scale engagement, making our music unmissable. We infused authenticity by involving artists and creators in the song-making process, while stars like Diljit Dosanjh ensured impact and trend creators ignited discovery of viral moments. A multi-cohort influencer activation with popular names helped amplify the tracks across diverse audience segments, and micro-influencers took our songs to platforms like ShareChat, Moj, and even WhatsApp. We started seeing satisfying results when our hook step and groove challenges blew up on social media, with fans putting their own spin on our songs, turning our songs into viral sensations, creating a revolutionary song to social movement. Let me take you through our musical journey.
Regional music has become a gateway for Gen Z to unwind, express, and connect. Hence, a global brand like Coca-Cola, which thrives on emotional and cultural connections, decided to not just speak, but sing in their languages. Coca-Cola reintroduced their iconic global IP in India, giving a platform to regional artists representing almost every major language. But music isn't just about sound, it's about discovery. We knew that our audience, Gen Z, weren't just listening to music. They were experiencing it in new ways. They were discovering songs on social media. They were using music to de-stress, to vibe, to create. They weren't waiting for the music to come to them. They were finding it. So we flipped the script. Instead of pushing content through traditional ads, we built a discovery-first model, turning Coke Studio from a music IP into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Our first move? A complete Coke Studio takeover of Jio. For the first time ever, a dedicated Coke Studio content hub was created inside the Jio ecosystem, enabling us to build a community of Coke Studio listeners across 8 different apps. And it wasn't just about streaming. We synchronized Coke Studio content with JioMart, proving that music could drive commerce. Next, we shifted our focus from where the music lived to how it was found and transformed. YouTube, from platform for paid views into a discovery engine. First position placements on YouTube Shorts ensured our tracks launched with maximum effect. Smart video campaigns delivered the right format to the right audience at the right time, boosting views while reducing costs. Regional apps and short video platforms became our gateway into deeper markets. Strategic playlist integrations on streaming platforms ensured our songs stayed top of the mind and top of the charts. And just like that, Coke Studio wasn't just being streamed. It was being searched, shared, and celebrated. RJ integrations and song plays on radio made Coke Studio the talk of the town. And to close the loop, we took the music straight to the streets with a multi-city metro jingle activation, turning every commute into a Coke Studio experience. We tapped into India's most powerful trendsetters, regional influencers, content creators, and micro communities. We didn't just ask them to promote Coke Studio. We made them part of it. 9,000 plus youth ambassadors carried Coke Studio straight into college communities, making it a movement, not just a moment. Extended KOL integrations beyond Instagram to regional social platforms like Moj and ShareChat turned discovery into a movement. We didn't just stop there. We took Coke Studio into India's most iconic reality shows. When Neha Kakkar took the stage on TV to sing our song Son Chadi, it wasn't just a performance. It was a moment. Coke Studio Bharat is no longer just a music platform. It's a movement, a celebration, a revolution in sound. And this is just the beginning.
A powerful mix of creators, trendsetters, and feed amplifiers transformed Coke Studio into a cultural movement. So judges, with the power of our influencer strategy, इंडिया ने हमारे गानों को सिर्फ सुना ही नहीं, अपना बना लिया. But the journey doesn't end here. Coke Studio Season 3 is already live. So keep listening and keep sharing and hope you all had a great Holi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, dear jury members and the presenters, let us have a small break of 10 minutes. We'll just meet after 10 minutes. Hope it's fine with you all. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello. Dear jury members, can we start with the presentations?
Yes.
To start.
Good.
Okay, thank you. The next presentation, entry ID is 23110, Maruti Suzuki.
Let me know once my screen is visible. Hey Pookies, this is me, creator by passion, biggest fan of myself, and a trendsetter in making. But hold up, I'm not just talking about myself, it's all of us youth today. We're all creators in our own ways today. One phone, one moment, and boom, we capture content. We document everything. And this isn't new for me. Been doing it since I was a child. Speaking of childhood, throwback to the first car of my house, Maruti Suzuki Swift. And if you dig through my old photo albums, yeah, that's me. Same car, just a mini me. Oh, and the fun fact, this Swift was around even before Taylor Swift was a thing. But if you'd ask me what my first car would be, Swift, nah, didn't make the cut. You ask me why? Well, I don't buy into nostalgia, bro. It isn't just for my aura. I engage with brands that are smart, reliable, innovative, trendy, cool, and young like me. And well, none of the blogs or articles I read ever talk about Swift. The content I watch have no mention of it. And when searched online, bro, Swift wasn't buzzing. For me, cars like Tata Punch, Hyundai. For me, cars like Tata Punch, Hyundai i20, Tiago passed my vibe check. And you know what? Though right now, me and my squad, we're not mega creators yet, but we're still trendsetters in making, right? We don't just follow trend, we create them. And if you ask me who's pushing creator culture forward, duh, us. We are the new budding creator economy. Speaking of trends, ever heard of Mahakumbh? Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but no, I'm talking about Mahakumbh of Creators, the YouTube Fan Fest. It's the biggest festival of creators, a once in a lifetime experience. Yes, I went there too. Sunidhi Chauhan, Akash Gupta, Prajakta Kohli, all were there. But the best part, the crowd. So many more people like me. To be precise, 9,000 fellow friends. We vibed, we jammed, we create content like never before. But what shocked me? Everyone was swifting. Confused, right? Wait, let me show you what went down.
Swift was everybody's car, the OG dream car, a car that was trendy, fun and desirable. Fast forward to today, Gen Z and millennials, they don't just dream, they make dreams come true. And Swift's objective was to be that dream. The challenge, Swift being caught in the cutthroat battle of the hatchbacks. And even though Swift's been the OG king, competition was catching up. This was also the time when youth swiped the ads away like yesterday's news, craving for authenticity and realness. And why? Because the youth is busy creating, vibing, making reels, living their best lives. They want to be at the center of attention. And Swift did just that by making them part of their story at the YouTube Fan Fest, the Mahakumbh of Creators. We flipped the playbook. Swift didn't just attend the party, it became the party. The ultimate content engine. We wanted people to see Swift as more than just the car. We wanted them to create with it, own it, amplify it. Swift became the hero of the event, not just featured, but a full-blown celebrity. From mega creators like King, Himanshu Dulani, Thagesh, to surprise entries like Shraddha Kapoor, Sunidhi Chauhan, Siddhi Moth, Prajakta Kohli, everyone was swifting. And the real superstars? The 9,000 attendee creators weave their own magic swiftly. Reels, posts, hashtags. Swift wasn't just a car, it was their canvas, their hype, their moment. The 9,000 attendee creators. These are not just attendee creators, they are the future influencers, the creators of tomorrow. Maruti talked to the youth out there. We turned every fan into an influencer. Every post, every reel, and every tweet. Swift was right there. And guess what? The world's noticed. And here's the scoreboard. 1.7 billion YouTube impressions, 300 million social impressions, 108 million video views, and a solid 27 post-event sales boost. Swift wasn't just trending, it was converting. We turned 9,000 creators into Swift's voice and made Swift the showstopper, a hype train nobody wants to miss. And that's how you turn a car into a culture. Now, who's Swifting next?
Maruti Suzuki Swift saw what no one else did. They just didn't look at the big influencers on stage. They saw through 9,000 creators like me, the 9,000 live audience that attended. Not the big names, but us. They placed Swift so strategically with so much of fun activities that all of us were grooving. Because we don't just watch, we document it. We don't just listen, we amplify it. We made Swift a trend, and Maruti saw it first. And guess what? The world noticed too. From 1.7 billion YouTube impressions to 300 million plus social media impressions and 210 million plus video views, there was a whooping 11% search volume increase, along with 2 points of unaided awareness and 27% increase in post-event sales. I started with a belief that Swift was kind of my dad's car. Well, today, Swift just ate it. It's my broski, my vibe. So come, let's flex Swifting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 2392, Castrol H.
Just 1 minute, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Okay. Let me know when I can start.
you can start now.
Okay. Every brand dreams of having Shah Rukh Khan as its face. His presence alone adds credibility, aspiration, and mass appeal. So when news broke out that an engine oil brand has onboarded SRK as their brand ambassador, we didn't want to do the same old campaign format. You know, a TVC launch, some pre-roll video ads, the same old influencer collabs. That's so 2020. Now I know the engine oil category is such, a product under the hood, with majority consumers thinking that an oil is just an oil. Like the brand's competitors, celebrities are often used in this category to drive engagement and build top of mind. But we wanted Castrol to change the game and not use a celebrity ambassador as a mere brand face, but to actually live and tell the brand story, to create mass influence amongst the consumers. Before I get to how the brand did that, did you know that SUVs alone command a 52% share of the Indian passenger vehicle market? The Indian car market is now shifting towards a premium range of cars. Thus, an engine oil catering to this segment of vehicle owners had to announce its presence to the audience. Castrol Edge isn't just another engine oil. It's engineered for high-performance cars and those who demand peak performance from their machines. But how do you engage these audiences who see their cars as an extension of themselves and their success? How do you stand out to drive awareness and build consideration in a cluttered category where performance is often just a claim? Well, we analyze the car owner audience, media habits, and understand what they consume online. Clearly, digital was the leading medium. Looking at where they spend most of their time, we found that video platforms and social media were their preferred choices. And what they love to do online was largely similar to what you and I end up doing as well. doom scrolling video content, especially about celebrities and influencers, all constantly shared by a world famous paparazzi across social platforms. One such trending paparazzi buzz online was about how SRK was always hidden behind a black umbrella, making it difficult to pap him. The brand flipped this very narrative on social media, making it their own. If Castrol Edge allows cars to stay ahead of the rest, what if SRK2 was moving faster than anyone else, making him uncatchable, all thanks to Castrol Edge? We created a bespoke SRK framework. We kicked off the campaign by giving India's leading paparazzi influencers access to an exclusive leaked backstage video of SRK, which sparked light-hearted banter between the paps and him across Instagram and YouTube shorts. Instead of launching another celebrity endorsement TVC, we showcased what true performance really looks like by creating intrigue. We made India's Badshah of influence SRK disappear and turned him into a metaphor for high performance. While the brand demonstrated how Castrol Edge enabled SRK to stay ahead of everyone in the country, for his loyal fans, the brand had something special. An exclusive SRK Edge gallery was created, released across social media for all the Paps and diehard SRK fans to never miss a glimpse of him. For the next leg of the campaign, we wanted to reach high performance car owners. We activated a video asset created specifically for a CTV led deployment on YouTube and leading OTTs, along with creating bespoke content during the premieres of T20 World Cup and Wimbledon. For the ultimate phase of the campaign, we deployed customized video assets across key influencer platforms, like the Bombay Journey as a performance partner, on auto portals catering to auto enthusiasts, and deterministic targeting reaching car owners on Open Web and Meta, leveraging data from fintech and utility apps. Let me show you exactly how we did this.
Through a bespoke strategic framework, the campaign kicked off with a nationwide mystery. Why has Shah Rukh Khan become uncatchable? The first clue, India's leading paparazzi were given access to an exclusive leaked backstage video.
फिर चाहे वो हाईवे हो या कोई ऊंचाई, चुटकी में आप सबसे आगे सर, स्टे अहेड सर।
मतलब, don't tell me, paparazzi से भी आगे।
The intrigue was fueled by leading newspapers publishing only blurred images of SRK. The grand reveal came via a special QR code in newspapers and social media, granting paps and fans exclusive access to SRK's only clear images at the time. With the brand film launch, the mystery unraveled, while SRK chose to stay ahead, all thanks to Castrol Edge. To target high-performance car owners, we activated a CTV-only digital deployment on YouTube and leading OTTs. We curated bespoke branded PPL segments on the T20 World Cup and Wimbledon to own performance. For our ultimate masterstroke, we exclusively sponsored the Bombay Journey, editorially partnered with leading auto portals, sharp targeted audiences through FASTag, fuel and service payments. We hit bullseye with Credit Garage for affluent customers, tracking their vehicle payments and maintenance. Paytm sound boxes help reach car owners at select garages, toll booths and petrol pumps at premium locations. The result? Market dominance redefined. Castrol Edge doubled its market share in just 2 quarters. Sales and distribution skyrocketed. Awareness soared by 35%. Google searches multiplied by 3.2 times. E-commerce saw a 25% month-on-month growth. The brand redefined performance and proved that those who demand more choose Castrol Edge.
And that's how Castrol Edge made India's biggest influencer vanish, not as a gimmick, but as a powerful storytelling device. Using SRK as a narrative driver rather than just an endorser helped the brand achieve real business impact through boosted awareness and consideration scores, market share, and digital engagement metrics beyond industry benchmarks. With viral intrigue-based storytelling and strategic influencer activations, the campaign was designed for shareability and organic engagement across platforms. Castrol Edge didn't just have SRK in a commercial. We made him the story, the experience, and the proof of performance itself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next presentation is N20 23127, Helmets.
Hi, is my screen visible?
Yes.
And without the presenter notes?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when I can start.
You can start now.
Good afternoon, jury. I am Parul Arora, and today I will be walking you through as the camera eats first, Hellman serves a delicious surprise. For decades, ketchup ruled our food plates, the undisputed king of condiments, the perfect partner to burgers and sandwiches. Slowly but surely, another contender was making its way to the top. Creamy, versatile, and ready to take the crown. Mayonnaise, popularly known as India's new ketchup, is a 400 crore market in India, which is growing at a steady rate and gaining popularity among young Gen Zs. Fueled by rapid urbanization, rising affluence, and mayo's unmatched versatility over ketchup, which is just a dip, this shift is redefining the way India indulges. With India's mayonnaise market booming, Hellmann's wanted to seize the opportunity and lead the way with its unmatched taste and product superiority. And what better place to make an unforgettable entry than Mumbai, the food capital of India? Urban Gen Z lives a digital first life, be it spotting trends before they blow up or spinning every mood, meal, and heartbreak into memes and content, basically sharing their entire life with the world without batting an eyelid. But if it doesn't vibe with them, blocked. To reach them, we had to blend into their world and capture what truly holds their attention. Urban Gen Z's social and media behaviors further solidified their strong relationship with food. They spend hours online consuming and sharing food content, with food and drinks being their top interest, eating out being an integral part of their routine, and no meal feeling complete without posting it online. When every meal starts with a click, we turn this habit into an opportunity, making their cameras the gateway to an unexpected experience. As the camera ate first, Hellmann's served up a delicious surprise. Curious to see it in action? Let's take you inside the experience with a short AV.
Hellmann's Superfans Hunt was a unique digital campaign where Gen Z Mumbaikars got a chance to indulge in their passion for burgers and sandwiches. Kamya Jani, the quintessential Mumbai foodie with a passion for new food experiences, led the pack. Jimmy's Burger, ranked Mumbai's best burger place in 2024 by Zomato, is a Gen Z hotspot, while Smokehouse Delhi offers young foodies a captivating, globally inspired European culinary experience. Both the restaurants came together to serve a Hellmann's special menu. Chefs Jimmy Bhore and Riaz Amlani curated a special Hellmann's menu that transformed their popular burgers with Hellmann's mayo. Let's hop on board the iconic Hellmann's bus. It's going to be a delicious ride. Kamya sent a call out to all of Mumbai's Hellmann's superfans to join her on a trip to gorge on the delicious burgers.
Join the Hellmann's Superfans Hunt now. See you soon. Read caption for more details.
Come the day, a select few joined Kamya on the Hellmann's Superfans bus to hunt for the best burgers in town. The Hellmann's Superfans received a super exclusive treat with the chefs personally conducting the burger experience.
What an incredible day it has been, guys, and thank you for being a part of this mayo-licious journey.
As the fans drew their mobile phones to take a picture of their delicious burger, they were in for a surprise. The phone camera triggered a unique augmented reality experience. Kamya reached out to Mumbaikars to join in the fun and enjoy the Hellmann's burgers at the two restaurants.
If you too want to enjoy the same menu as we did, please do head to Jimmy's Burger as well as Smokehouse Delhi in Bandra. You get to sample all that we did, and also for the next 21 days you can win goodies from Hellmann's. So what are you waiting for?
Additionally, consumers online could also win Hellman's hampers and enjoy the AR experience by clicking on a link.
Can't make it to the restaurant? No worries, you can still grab exciting gifts. Simply scan the QR code in My Reel or head to Hellman's Instagram handle to access the Hellman Superfans AR filter. Don't forget to tag Hellman's India page before posting.
The Hellman Superfans Hunt was live across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube in short and long formats, making the content accessible to various audience types. Hellman's gave Mumbai's superfans a delicious mayo surprise.
Superfans Hunt was a hyper-local activation for Hellman's mayonnaise that leveraged diverse content formats and Kamya Jani's deep connection with food lovers to create a localized digital campaign that made Mumbai's Gen Z ask, Hellman's nahi khaya, to kya mayo khaya? The impact? Unmissable. 18.3 million reached across YouTube and Instagram in its opening week. 1100 basis points surge in top of the mind awareness, 400 basis points uplift in brand recall, and an 18% spike in purchase intent. Hellman's made its mark. And the biggest win, a 23% engagement rate, more than double the category benchmark, setting a new industry standard. Just like mayo blends effortlessly with every dish, Hellman Superfans campaign blended into Gen Z's world with content for their every mood. Short form, long form, reels, and posts, ensuring discovery at every touch point. Beyond the screen, we met them where they already were, with customized menu tie-ups and an immersive AR experience strategically placed to make every bite unforgettable, transforming every individual into a superfan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 23100, Aditya Birla Group.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just give me a minute. I'm going to present my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know if you can see it and if the presenter views are not visible.
Yes, good to go. You can start now.
Super, I'm just starting. Thank you. Hi everyone. I actually wanted to share something. एक बहुत बड़ी problem हो गई है. I don't know how to manage this anymore, but maybe sharing here would help. My boyfriend thinks he's Amitabh Bachchan, and it has been really, really tough for me. It was fine at the start of the relationship, but it's getting way out of hands now. Like, I do understand it's a fair obsession because, come on, Amitabh Bachchan at the age of 82 is still the biggest influencer of the country. He's the only person who's widely followed by every generation, our grandparents, parents, us, and even kids now. If I think about it, his obsession is not that wrong. Few months ago, I actually took him on the sets of KBC, and what energy Mr. Bachchan has. वैसे हम देखने तो अमिताभ बच्चन को गए थे, but we saw history being created on the show. I'll tell you how. Well, there are tons of brands sponsoring Kaun Banega Crorepati, but this one brand broke through the clutter. Aditya Birla Group unveiled its new tagline. They repositioned the brand to what it truly is, a force for good. This new positioning reflects Aditya Birla Group's commitment to building a better India. Amitabh Bachchan, for the first time ever, launched the brand manifesto film on the show. No, it was an FCT. It was editorially launched within the show. Then he announced the Force for Good initiative, where every question asked on the show led to one child getting educated by the group. The brand also hijacked the big screen on the KBC show, which was never open for any brand in the past. Not just this, he also narrated over 20 legacy stories of the brand, which were further amplified across social media. These brand integrations happened every single day across 120 episodes. As the campaign's face, his influence extended beyond KBC to OTT, print, OH, and social media, ensuring cohesive communication across platforms. It was like two legacies coming together. Amitabh Bachchan हमें तो successfully influence कर ही रहे थे, but this partnership also influenced other brands and sponsors on the show. They started using the brand's tagline whenever they did something good. Just see this.
Govardhan Ghee became a force for good.
Now let's see more about the campaign.
You have created history! Well done!
Amitabh Bachchan is right. The Aditya Birla Group did create history on KBC, not just with a moment, but by creating a movement. When we wanted to speak to the nation, we needed more than just a voice. We needed someone India trusts. A person who would not only lend a voice, but become the quasi-brand ambassador for the brand. And so we got Amitabh Bachchan on the eve of Independence Day to unveil Aditya Birla Group's new positioning, a force for good, on a platform that reaches the entire population of India at television prime time for 100 days. For the first time in KBC's history, a brand film was editorially launched in the show.
ये समूह है आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप, जिसने भारत का परचम 40 देशों और 6 महाद्वीपों में लहराया के बारे में एक झलक पहली बार यहाँ केबीसी के मंच पर मैं दिखाना चाहूंगा। ये देखिए।
Being a true force for good, committed to the betterment of the planet and its people, we went a step further and brought purpose to the show.
इस सीजन में, पूरे सीजन में, यहाँ जितने भी सवाल पूछे जाएंगे, उनका जवाब सही हो या गलत, उस हर एक सवाल के बदले आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप की ओर से एक बच्चे को शिक्षा प्रदान की जाए।
Amitabh Bachchan organically became the face of the campaign, embodying its spirit with authenticity. He further elevated the initiative through a one-of-a-kind segment during the show. Big B turned into a storyteller of goodness, unveiling the untold stories of Aditya Birla Group. Stories of century-long legacy and decades of dedication to the nation, its people through both business and social initiatives. What began as a format-breaking integration evolved into a full-scale movement. With Amitabh Bachchan at the heart of it, we reached over 200 million unique viewers, with him speaking about the brand for over 10,000 seconds across 100 episodes. 20 iconic stories were narrated by him, which received organic amplification worth 3 million across social media. Finally, with 2,258 kids being educated, the campaign didn't just create impact, it reshaped perceptions. This wasn't just a campaign, it was a movement. Amitabh Bachchan naturally became the face of the brand, uniting two legacies to shape the future of India.
Talking about impact, there was a change in the brand perception based on conversations. Before the campaign, ABG was seen as a functional group. The Force for Good campaign infused humanistic value to the brand, making it more relatable to people. The brand metrics saw a huge uplift in the perception values and even got high campaign reach. Not just Amitabh Bachchan, but even other celebrities who came on the show as a guest also engaged in conversation about the Force for Good initiative, and they became organic campaign influencers. A masterstroke influencer marketing move by ABG. They literally made Amitabh Bachchan their quasi-brand ambassador, an unofficial yet official face of the campaign launch and sustenance. Imagine in a usual scenario, getting AB as an ambassador would have been a huge investment for the brand. Similarly, one day shoot या one reel में हम कितना ही communicate कर पाते. Here, the legend spoke about the Aditya Birla Group every day for 120 days. This was a smart move, getting him and KBC to be the platform for good. एक बात तो है, he's still the Shahenshah of influencer world, but I don't think I'm Jaya enough to handle my boyfriend's obsession with another person. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are moving to the next category. Best Media Research took analytics using existing data, and the duration will be 10 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first presentation, the entry ID is 3904, Chocobix Cakes. Over to presenter.
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen without the presenter note?
Yes, please share your computer soon.
Sorry? Computer sound. Just a second.
Just texting you only. அந்த யூடியூப் பிளேலிஸ்ட் ரெடி ஆயிடுச்சா?
ரெடி ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. ரோமல் வெளியே இருக்கான். We have informed him. So
அந்த டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்லாம் போட்டாச்சா?
டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் போர்டில் போடணுமா?
ஆமா போடணும்ல.
கம்ப்ளீட்டா உங்களுக்கு.
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen without the presenter note?
Yes. Go, you can start now. You can start now. Good to go.
Yeah. Hello, judges. Good afternoon. I'm Lakshmikant, and today I'm going to take you on a journey of how small gestures can lead to a big change. This journey begins with the tale of Cadbury's Choco Bakes, a relatively new brand in the market. For past 3 years, it's been striving to establish its presence in a highly competitive e-com landscape, with almost contributes to 40% of the business. Across eons, Christmas has always been synonymous with cakes, amongst all the other Christmassy stuff. In fact, with emergence of quick com during Christmas, cake market in India has seen a significant surge on e-commerce. This is also corroborated even if you look at the consumer behavior data on digital. Coming back to our story, winning in Christmas was going to be the ultimate destination for the journey of our small brand. But the journey was not going to be easy. Big cake brands were already established on e-com and had a wide presence. Choco Bakes had a very limited share. Then there was local bakeries with their sinful cakes available within few minutes. And then there were the traditional sweet makers swaying consumers with their home-cooked delicious Christmas treats. Given these seemingly unsurmountable challenges, it seemed difficult for us to make our mark on the big Christmas moment. However, we all know that Christmas has always been the festival of generosity. And inspired by this idea of spreading love through kindness, we thought to ourselves, who is the personification of kindness and love? Who else? Yes, you guessed it right. Santa himself. And that gave birth to an idea. We spoke to everyone who wanted to be generous just like Santa. We wanted to make it extra special for all those folk who had Santa DNA in them. With e-commerce being our focus, the real question was now how to bring kindness and e-commerce together. That was a tough task. But that's where the magic really began. All our little elves got hard at work to find out how to quantify niceness on e-commerce, because that's what was going to be our guiding light. We recognize that the act of tipping frequently occurs during the festival shopping on e-commerce apps. If you think of it, these acts across the year are the true representation of the moment of kindness and generosity. And hence, we could find the Santa DNA amongst the e-commerce buyers who demonstrated these acts. Now, to talk to those Santas, we evaluated several e-com partners. We even shortlisted a few. And finally, we partnered with Swiggy in this good deed. And we had a plan. Or we thought so. However, Swiggy data offered valuable insight across multiple touchpoints. Leveraging it was not going to be an easy task. We had unique and challenging hurdles ahead. And what is a journey without challenges? Now let's take a deep dive into these challenges. Members of the jury, all of you in your respective roles must have experienced the reluctance of e-com partners to share any kind of data. We too had to tackle that. Then there was the privacy issues. We obviously had to work within the guidelines respecting consumer privacy. And then there were government norms and the corporate norms that we had to follow. And then came the biggest challenge of all. Now, here you have to understand that Swiggy Foods and Swiggy Instamart were two different ecosystems. While Swiggy Foods, in the true Christmas spirit, was okay to share the rich data on tipping behavior, the same data was not present on Swiggy Instamart because it was a new entity. But Swiggy Instamart housed our product, and that became a real challenge. There was no natural bridge between these two ecosystems, and the insight from one could not be used to leverage or drive action on the other. This was going to be a big challenge until now. Swiggy Wizard got to work and made an exception in the spirit of Christmas to spread joy. And they remodeled their entire ecosystem for us. We connected two independent Swiggy businesses into one fluid shopping experience. And this was truly, in my opinion, industry's first innovative use of data. A data-driven matchmaking that made Swiggy ecosystem work smarter. Now it was time to execute our plan. And how did we do that? We personalized every single conversation. We analyzed the total tips given by each individual to the delivery partners throughout 2023. And then according to the total tips, we bucketed them into cohorts. We created cohort-based personalized discount with consumer names to gratify their niceness. And this gave a real personal touch. And not only that, we also gratified people who are nice to the delivery partners with their 5-star feedback. Now, but how will people know about this generous initiative? We strategically amplified the campaign across multiple touchpoints and maximized the reach and engagement during the limited Christmas season window. Swiggy also got on board. They literally sent personalized WhatsApp messages from their Swiggy WhatsApp handle. We took over Swiggy's order page. We also hijacked all the WhatsApp conversations and redirected consumers to Swiggy app. Not just that, we also encourage people on social media to see if their DNA matched with Santa. And along with that, we also took over outdoor presence across key metros, creating a lot of curiosity. Let's just see the highlights of our journey through our short AV.
Our plan partner with Swig Instamart. Leveraging their rich user data, we created a data-driven campaign to reward generosity and increase brand love for Cadbury Choco Bakes. Introducing Are You Related to Santa? We rewarded Swiggy consumers based on their tipping amounts throughout the year, offering personalized discounts to those who spread the most cheer. We hijacked WhatsApp conversations, took over the Swiggy post order page, and even placed intriguing out-of-home advertisements across key cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata. It was a campaign built on recognizing kindness.
And finally, our kindness did get rewarded with a lot and lots of gifts. For a small Christmas campaign, it saw a 1.2x sales growth, 3 percentage point consideration growth, 1.4x portfolio growth, 1 percentage point TOMA growth, and 2 percentage point spawn growth. And this was very big for a small brand like Choco Bakes. And not just that, within a week, more than 28,000 users redeemed their coupons during the Christmas period. And finally, to sum up our journey, we didn't just use data. We unlocked a hidden behavioral insight and turned it into a commerce driver, proving that even small kind actions like giving a tip can lead to a big shift in consumer journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 3909 Spotify.
Hi, I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So shall I start?
You can start now.
Yeah. In every great race, hurdles are definitely bound to appear. While speed definitely gives us an edge, but strategy is what makes us win. Hi, jury. I am Gunjan, and today I'll take you through the thrilling story of a frontrunner in music streaming, none other than Spotify. Story of how it raced to victory despite the roadblocks. Just when we thought that we were sprinting towards success, we were hit by a curveball. In October 2023, Spotify made a game changing play. They tightened the free tier restrictions to drive premium growth. Strategy definitely helped us in driving conversions. But like every bold move, it also came up with its own set of challenges. We started losing our pace. Our free tier audience, which was our gateway to future subscribers, they started slipping away, and it triggered an unintended domino effect. Gen Z, the most engaged cohort, and metros where we had strong presence, they began to disengage, and we saw a sharp decline in growth, signaling that there definitely was an urgent need to rethink about our approach. So we needed a strategy backed by precision, and that's when research and data became our most powerful weapon. We took a deep dive into our first party data to rebuild our playbook and arrived at this three-pronged research model. So we started with the first point, which was we dissected the racetrack. Where were we losing traction? And who were the listeners that were dropping off? And in this, we left no stone unturned. We dissected the first party data. We mapped every stage of user engagement. Activations, which were new users, reactivations, which were churned users, and the shifting demographics. Multiple data points, account age, genres, time consumption, penetration gaps, everything was scrutinized at depth, uncovering where growth could be reignited. Next, we studied the footprints of our most engaged listeners. Where did they go and what do they do? So, we took our first party data even a step further. We partnered with Paytm to decode the behavior of our high conversion users. And by analyzing their spending patterns and affluence signals, we identify the trigger that drive quality acquisition. Because the intent was not to just bring back users, but to recruit the right ones, because we had to manage churn as well. And finally, scanning the external ecosystem as well. Through market studies, we uncovered the why behind user behavior, the motivations, barriers, and triggers that influence engagement. We expanded our lens beyond the internal data. We leverage the industry tools and market research to determine what is the opportunity size. And by analyzing category trends, competition, and audience behavior across platforms, we identified the untapped acquisition pools. Now, with research as our race strategy, we mapped the winning track, ensuring that every insight was backed by the rigorous data analysis. And this all efforts and rigor paved the foundation for our core insights, built on the opportunities uncovered through extensive research analysis. Firstly, for geos, we developed a structured framework with these key components: business salience representing the MAU contribution, responsiveness in terms of churn and propensity to convert, and third, scope to grow, which was to imply headroom. But what does this all do for us? This actually helped us pinpoint our core markets, uncovering high potential areas and regions which were nearing saturation that needed an extra push to accelerate. With mapping of our first party data, we classified users into key segments. However, amongst these, premium potential and potential churners were of key essence. And we further enhanced learning via analyzing on their transaction behavior, and we were able to identify the critical signals to refine our targeting and retention media strategy. Further leveraging the research insights, we identified the persona and identified the touch points to maximize effectiveness. As Spotify was coming up with a fresh brand communication, TV also emerged as a crucial touch point. We further determined the threshold levels across channels for reach and impact. Additionally, we also analyzed where our audience is spending time, their digital signals, ensuring the precise targeting across the most engaged platforms. And out of this, entertainment and transaction apps emerged as the key drivers. And just like a racer picks the perfect line to accelerate towards the finish, we turned our insights into momentum. Our insights became the blueprint for our action, helping us identify who to chase, where to accelerate, how to navigate, and what would drive the final sprint. This framework ensured we were not just running, we were running in the right direction and towards the finish line. Further, we translated our insights to an integrated media framework, which was designed to tackle our business challenges. First, we optimized reach and frequency to bring back the right audience. Next, we intervened, engaging the high value users with precision. And finally, we created an impact, drawing attention where it mattered the most. Every platform selection, from TV channels to social presence, was a direct outcome of the research driven insight. This ensured our strategy was both effective as well as efficient. Our new communication strategy was strategically phased, rolling out 4 creatives, and each phase was carefully planned to ensure sufficient reach and frequency, maximizing impact and engagement within our core target audience. And finally, our media strategy outperformed our expectations, delivering 5% higher results than planned, and with an incredible 202 million reach and a massive frequency of 25, we ensured deeper engagement and saliency for Spotify. Now let's watch the race in action.
The champion of music, Spotify, once surging ahead, suddenly hit a wall. Free tier engagement plummeted, churn spiked, and metro audience started slipping away. But like every champion, we refused to stop. We analyzed, recalibrated, and redefined our pace. Project Milka was born, a step-by-step comeback engineered to launch us into momentum. The challenge was clear. Spotify needed to reignite growth while balancing acquisition and retention. Enter 2024. To drive long-term audience growth, we turned to deep research, identifying untapped market opportunities, leveraging Paytm's transactional insights, and refining targeting through industry surveys. A data-driven strategy built for precision and impact. Research uncovered key insights. First, geomapping revealed metro saturation, but 30 emerging cities held untapped potential. Paytm data unlocked high-value personas, affluent, high-spending users primed for the premium experience. GWI and TGI insights refined targeting, identifying music habits, digital behaviors, and triggers that drive engagement. Research didn't just inform our approach, it defined it. Our media strategy was built on 3 core pillars: scale, intervene, and impact. A multimedia campaign powered by TV, digital, and performance marketing drove the message home. With sharp audience targeting, reaching music lovers, high-end CTV and OTT users and gamers, we leveraged our first-party data, activating cohorts primed for engagement. The results were phenomenal. 1,992 TV GRPs, a digital reach of 169 million, and a total multimedia reach of 202 million at an average frequency of 25 millions of clicks, views, and conversions drove impact. Monthly active users hit 26.6 million, exceeding projections. Churn stabilized at 0.83%. Gen Z engagement climbed by 10%. Metro presence rebounded, cost per MAU improved, and activation and reactivation surged. A full funnel media mix proved that even with hurdles, when solid research and insights meet execution, we can always win the race.
Now the finish line speaks for itself. We played the long game, took the right turns, and finished strong. Ultimately, it was a strategy that not only accelerated growth but also kept us ahead of the curve. And with that, we crossed the finish line. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation, entry ID 3915, Ultratech Cement Limited.
Hello everyone. Is my screen visible to all of you in full screen mode?
Yes,
Okay, let me know when I can start.
you can start now.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nikita Mehta, and I'll be presenting the case study Rail Wi-Fi for Ultratech Cement. Building your own home is considered to be the biggest achievement in life, a milestone that everyone wants to achieve. It is a sense of pride, identity, and a badge of competence. And 90% of Indians build it only once in their life. With more than 75% of Ultratech's business coming from individual home builders, IHPs as we call them, reside in small towns and rural areas. This consumer segment of IHPs, who invest their blood, sweat, tears, and a lifetime of savings into building their homes from scratch, is of the utmost importance and the core target for the brand. Now, they have a lot of aspirations and hope for this once in a lifetime undertaking. But once he decides to build his house, that's where the trouble starts. The IHP has little to no knowledge on how to build a house. He has to rely on many people, friends, relatives, contractors with vested interests. This leads him to be overwhelmed and confused. So, what does he do? He relies on the popular choice, brands which are highly visible, much talked about, and whatever fits in his budget. But when it comes to cement, it is a big risk. While building a home, all the other decisions can be changed: the color of the walls, flooring of the house, even the layout to some extent. But once the choice of a cement brand is made, it is irreversible in this process. Among the critical choices in this journey, selecting the right cement is an irreversible decision that directly impacts the home's longevity and safety. This is where we wanted to focus on for Ultratech, the irreversibility of cement. Our objective was very clear. We have to sensitize consumers on the importance of choosing the right cement while getting recalled as the #1 cement brand of India. We launched Ghar Ek Mauka Ek, इसलिए cement भी देश का number 1. But it wasn't about just saying this out loud in media, through TVCs and videos. We had to build a strong memory structure in the minds of the consumer. Make him associate Ultratech cement as the reliable, irreplaceable choice. But before any of it, the biggest challenge was another question. How do we identify IHPs in rural areas? While it is very difficult to locate those who are in the process of home building, there are no readily available data signals. But with preliminary research, we know that our IHP is a digital addict. He's as dependent on internet as his metro and mini metro counterparts. However, unlike his counterparts, he has limited data facilities and hence he relies on Wi-Fi connections across locations in rural India. An extremely important segment in rural India are the migrant workers who are earning in cities but are building homes from scratch back in their villages. Migrant workers are a potential business opportunity to target within the IHPs. Ultratech has realized this opportunity and decided to identify them and run a specific campaign for these audiences. How did we do that? We innovatively used the Indian Railway network and strategically deployed a smart campaign with existing data and technology. This led to engaging more than 4 million potential IHPs. How? Let us take you through step by step on how we conducted this research and arrived at this solution. A mixed method approach combining primary and secondary research was employed to uncover actionable insights. Now, the first step of our quantitative research was to identify the travel patterns of migrant workers. We leveraged publicly available data sets from Indian Railways and travel platforms to identify peak travel seasons, routes, and stations most frequented by the migrants from our priority states, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Uttarakhand. We also used mobility pattern studies to gauge the volume of travelers during key tentpole festivals. In the next step of our qualitative research, we conducted focus group discussions and in-depth interviews with migrant workers who live in metropolitan cities to understand their motivations, preferences, and engagement with digital platforms during the transit. We also designed structured surveys targeting these IHPs to validate the link between their travel plans and their discussions about home construction during the festive visits. And finally, we also partnered with Wi Fi providers at railway stations to assess login patterns, session durations, and data usage trends. The findings revealed that over 20 million individuals from UP, Bihar, and Uttarakhand traveled to their hometowns during Diwali and Chhat Puja period, with highest concentration in October and early November. 68% of surveyed IHPs confirmed that festival visits often involve family discussions about home construction, driven by shared decision making and financial planning, making it a very important tentpole to leverage. 75% of these travelers used Indian railways, making railway stations an ideal engagement point to reach them. And approximately 60% of the users at railway stations relied on free Wi Fi, with an average session duration of 15 to 20 minutes. The video ads on Wi Fi login portals achieved a 100% completion rate due to the mandatory nature of the login process. Keeping these findings in mind, we put the campaign to action. It was meticulously planned and executed across multiple platforms to ensure maximum reach and impact. We mapped the busiest travel corridors during Diwali and Chhat Puja by analyzing ticket booking trends and footfall data at key railway stations. Over 130 railway stations were identified across these markets that served as critical transit points for the target audience. Ads were displayed at 130 plus railway stations and they reached 4 million users during this peak time. And as I mentioned, the mandatory login ads ensured high visibility and engagement. We also used InMobi's lat-long intelligence. The migrants traveling to UP and Bihar were targeted with in-app video campaigns, delivering ultra-text message to over 7 million users across 1,500 pin codes. Videos were shown at cultural touchpoints like Chhat Puja locations as well. We also used Vodafone Idea OBDs. The audio messages reached over 3.5 million feature phone users, achieving a remarkable 70% listenership rate. And finally, ensuring cultural resonance with influencers, Bhojpuri superstar Ravi Kishan was engaged to launch 3 culturally rich short films, reinforcing the campaign's emotional connect. The campaign surpassed all expectations, delivering exceptional results. Achieved a total reach of 7.4 million through InMobi, 3.5 million through OBD, and 4 million via rail Wi-Fi, exceeding the planned KPIs across all platforms. It delivered a 52% PTR, significantly above the average of 30%, and a CTR of 5.6% compared to the 1% benchmark. However, the bigger win was the impact on brand metrics. It led to an 18% uplift in awareness in targeted markets, a 20% increase in brand recommendation scores. The share of endorsement for Ultratech being associated as India's number 1 increased by 78%. And finally, there was a 25% uplift in regional sales during the campaign period. Ultratech's innovative data-driven campaign for migrant workers not only set a new standard for digital engagement in the cement industry, but also cemented Ultratech's position as the trusted choice and number 1 cement brand for home building. Thank you.
Was this Advait Purandari who was presenting? No, I think the handle says something else, right?
This is Nikita Mehta here.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 3917 Airtel Extreme Fiber. Over to presenter.
Is it my screen in full? I mean, it's in full screen?
Yes, please share your computer sound as well.
Okay. Shall I start? Okay. Hi, my name is Manoli Shukla, and today I'll talk about how we tackled one of the biggest nightmares of every marketer. As John Wanamaker famously said, half of the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. I am sure as marketeers, most of you would be facing similar challenges. And with media fragmenting and attention shrinking, the questions on measurement just keep piling up. For Airtel Extreme Fiber, search intent is a precursor for new connections. Advertising does influence search volume to a certain extent. Our goal was to identify and optimize the remaining portion. Existing options had their limits. Some lacked real-time optimization, others worked on just a few platforms, and most focused only on media or performance metrics, not both. We needed a tool that could do it all: measure media effectiveness, improve efficiency, and optimize campaigns in real time. Leveraging cutting-edge attribution modeling, we set out to pinpoint the incremental search traffic driven by specific ad exposures. Enter MQuizzing. We then deployed the learnings from MQuizzing to optimize the campaign real time. Let me take you through how we did it. We analyzed search volumes down to minute level granularity plotted against each ad exposure. Then we statistically modeled attribution windows spanning from just a few minutes to several hours for each of that ad exposure. Wondering how and where did we get the minute level search data from? We tracked minute by minute search trends using the Google Trends API and combined that with hourly search data from Google. We deployed Bayesian structural time series models. BSTS models are powerful statistical tools for forecasting and causal analysis. They are great at spotting trends in time series data, making them ideal for measuring the impact of events like TV and digital ad exposures. In this case, BSTS was used to predict the expected baseline search behavior without any ads. By comparing this with actual search post-ad exposure, we could quantify the incremental lift directly driven by advertising. The additional search volumes were then mapped across media platforms based on impression and cost distribution curves. Simulations tested the impact of dense ad schedules, overlapping spots, and different attribution windows to fine-tune effectiveness. Our input was impressions and cost for each TV and digital channel ad exposure at a minute level to measure their impact on our key driver, Google branded search. This helped us analyze the actual impact of media, that is the lift in search volumes directly attributable to media. By analyzing the impact per impression, we gauged effectiveness, while impact per unit cost helped assess efficiency. This led to a 4x4 grid where top right quadrant channels delivered the best mix of effectiveness and efficiency, while those in the bottom left quadrant proved the least impactful. The tool needed 3 weeks to learn, adapt, and stabilize during the campaign. The attribution study revealed that OTT platforms outperformed traditional TV non-IPL slots, highlighting shifting viewer preferences and evolving consumption patterns. This insight reinforces the need to reallocate budgets and prioritize digital streaming. However, while IPL TV slots come at a premium, the study confirmed their unmatched impact in driving campaign effectiveness. The analysis also highlighted the strong impact of larger ad formats on both TV and OTT, while non-skip and shorter formats performed better on YouTube. The analysis showed that prime-time and late-night TV slots delivered diminishing returns, while weekend non-prime-time slots proved to be the most cost-effective. Based on these insights, we began optimizing the campaign. Mapping branded search against campaign impressions, we can see a mid-campaign dip in search volumes. The initial search was driven by the campaign launch and IPL buzz, but by week 3, momentum had slowed. After applying optimizations based on our learning, search volumes picked up again. prove that we were driving better impact and making our media work harder for every penny spent. As a result, we boosted media attributable search volumes by 31% compared to the pre-campaign period, all while improving efficiency. In-flight optimizations saved us approximately 13% in cost. This tactical media optimization was not merely about budget efficiency, but also aimed to significantly boost the overall advertising impact. Our top funnel matrix also saw a lift with Toma growing by 2 percentage points and overall brand awareness jumping by 8 percentage points. This project stands as a testament to the power of leveraging advanced analytics in crafting high performance media campaigns and measurement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next and the last presentation, entered is 3920 Ultratech Cement Limited.
Yeah, just allow us a moment. Please.
Sure.
Okay, just a quick check for the slides. Are they moving for you all?
Yes.
Just 1 second. I just to adjust my screen a little. All right. Yeah, please let me know if I'm ready to go.
To go, can start now.
Thank you. Hi, jury. I'm Nishant Jain, and I'll be presenting the case Ultratech Ad GPT under the category Best Media Research using existing data. Some decisions in life come only once, and these decisions shape our future forever. These decisions may need to be taken in a second or over months, but we have to take full responsibility of the outcome. We just hope that these decisions are the right one. Well, you must be thinking, what decisions am I talking about? I'm talking about the decision of building one's own home, not just buying, but building it from the ground up. It's life-changing. Very often, it's one of the biggest investments in life, which is why everything needs to be right from day one. People who want to build their homes are referred to as individual home builders or the IHBs. They live in small town and rural India. Do you know over 8 million homes are constructed every year, and 90% of the IHBs build their homes only once in their lifetime. It's a symbol of their pride, identity, and competence. These IHBs are the Ultratech Cement's prime target audiences. Once a decision has been made, the trouble actually starts for the IHBs, as he really doesn't know how to build a house. He has to rely on many people to seek information and knowledge. On one hand, he has the family favorites, मेरठ के ताऊ जी, पड़ोस के अंकल, कानपुर के चाचा. उन्होंने घर बनाया होगा, but they know precious little. And on the other hand, he has to deal with architects, contractors, masons who have their own vested interest. He is caught between the devil and the deep sea. This is where we saw an opportunity to position Ultratech as not just a cement provider, but as a trusted and expert home building companion in their home building journeys, thus building trust and dependability. Our research showed over 9 million queries were searched with regards to home building every month. These IHBs were actually confused since there was information spread across websites and they weren't sure if they had got all the information they needed. And hence, there was a need gap for one-stop information source from a credible entity. This is where India's #1 cement stepped in to fill the gap. We analyzed 2 years search data across 12 languages, and then we bucketed them into 7 stages of home building. And this is how Baat Ghar Ki was born, as the Wikipedia of home building. Let's see an AV detailing the same. But here's the catch. How do we make sure that the IHP discovers this treasure trove of knowledge exactly when they need it? We had to bring this solution to them at the right moment, the moment when they actively seek help. And so, our solution, turning queries into action, making sure the IHB knows exactly what to do and how to do it. We combined OpenAI models with our expert home building data to create AI-powered solutions, giving users instant access to home building knowledge through simple and natural conversations. Just showing you a quick demo of the same on the screen. In order to make this work, we used a remote cloud server or a DMP to host 1,000+ content pieces, all linked to Badkar ki assets. For AdGPT, we partnered with a network that could offer scale, credibility, and technical expertise. Our partner was the largest and the most trusted media publishing network, Times Internet, with domains like Times of India, Navbharat Times, Maharashtra Times, and many others. The network spread its presence across Tier 2, Tier 3, and rural geographies of India as well. Over and above its reach, we needed the data and technical capabilities to host this vast knowledge base. For this, we leveraged TIL's Columbia, which is again a DMP and has many capabilities. Starting with the first, custom IHB cohorts. Cohorts were built on visitors' browsing content consumption patterns and were refreshed every 30 days to maintain recency. Secondly, the platform was capable of hosting the BGK AdGPT backend, which was very important to run this campaign. And lastly, targeting UltraTech's 1PT data, which was possible via audience data layering. Now, since you've understood what was required from the execution point of view, let me take you through the consumer journey, step by step. All right. Step 1. Once a visitor enters the TL universe to consume content through open web, it is analyzed by the Columbia DMP. If his browsing behavior matches the IHB cohort parameters, then he's targeted with contextual display banner ads across multiple TIL platforms. Once the IHB engages with one of the displays ads that he's been projected through on the TL network, he was routed to a native environment where he was exposed to our AI ML powered chatbot, prompting home building relevant queries to ask. The AdGPT supported conversations in 12 vernacular languages. And at the end, once the solution that the AdGPT prompt gave to the user, at the end of it, it always gave a hyperlink, which always redirected our user to a more detailed information source. On clicking the same, the user was then directed to Baad Ghar Ki, the YouTube channel. This is where he was exposed to the vast content of Baad Ghar Ki, and thus we enhanced the discoverability for Baad Ghar Ki, which was a main objective. Once a user landed on the Baad Ghar Ki YouTube channel and engages with the content, he is then bucketed in the exposed user cohort. And this cohort was then again used to retarget the user on YouTube via videos and contextual banners on Google Display Network. Well, our campaign actually resulted extremely well and exceeded all expectations. The CTRs were 3 times of the industry benchmarks. The engagement rate was showcasing stronger user intents, and in terms of query alignment, 61% of interactions focused on construction-related topics. That means the campaign clearly resonated with its target audience. And lastly, to measure the discoverability, 40% spike in subscriber base for Baad Ghar Ki YouTube channel, 56% uplift in video on video views on Baad Ghar Ki YouTube channel, and 40% increase on the engagement rate. Well, with this campaign, it was a first in industry to transform static display ads into interactive tools for knowledge sharing, achieving unprecedented precision in targeting and engagement. And at the end, it set a benchmark for hyper-targeted campaigns in traditionally unglamorous categories. But this campaign was just not one-off, but steps to drive more personalization was underway. Our AI engine will be further powered using multiple second-party and third-party signals. Next year, we'll have another story to unfold. Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Kavita, one more to go.
No, sir, we're done.
We are done. Okay. Before I say thank you to jury members, I would like to have a word. Nitin?
Nitin.
Yes, sir.
Nitin, YouTube.
Now, can you please allow me to have a dialogue and then you put all the presenters in the showroom, then, in the waiting room?